Hello everybody. You haven't seen this face in a while. And we're getting to a point where the semester is about to start back up again, and I'm not going to be working as much, so I won't be able to make extravagant purchases on big interesting things. So I thought, like as an end of summer, let's look at all the knives I have right now. So we're going to be going through what I have in the V18, and you guys are going to like this. This is where I keep everything else. This is a munitions crate. You can see all my stuff over there, my extra pillows. This is a munitions crate I took from my grandfather's house. He was planning on throwing it away, and I thought this thing's pretty cool, so I decided to take it and keep it for myself. And I keep almost all the goodies in here. So we're just gonna go through all that. Yeah, don't worry about that. My banjo is over there. But we're gonna talk through all the knives that I have, just everything that's in this. Everything that's in this and some other things, but most of the stuff you guys have already seen before. If you want to skip this video, go ahead. That's fine. I understand. No jams this video. People don't like the jams. Hurts me to hear that you don't like my jams, but I guess we can live without them. Of course, I've got the gloves on to be safe. So why don't we start out with the first pocket knife? Well, not the first. I've had a few over my lifetime before this, but the first pocket knife that got me into serious collecting of pocket knives, which is the Desert Warrior, right? This is a Kalashnikov, the guy who made the AK-74 and the AK-47. Kalashnikov. This is the Kalashnikov automat design. It is opened with a button, flicks open, and this thing's big, right? I'm a big guy. For reference, I'm about 6'3", big guy, right? Look at how long this boy is. It's longer than my freaking head. It's huge, right? This is a great knife. Mine's customized. It says I don't know if that'll come up, but it says Spencer Pie, like Pinkie Pie. This was a gift. I think it was a birthday gift from a friend. This is, but by all consideration, probably my favorite knife. It's not the coolest, it's not the most expensive, but ever since I saw the Desert Warrior, when I was just browsing around idly, before I ever started buying knives, I was like, I need one of these, and I ended up getting one. And in most videos I've done, this is the knife I use to open boxes. It's my staple. This doesn't sit in the crate, it sits in my desk, so I have easier access to it. I can just get to it mostly at any time. I don't carry it because it's so big. I mean, it would barely fit in my pocket. But it's a great knife. It's got a thumb ridging here, so you can hold it right there. And it's also got thumb ridges down here for holding it in a defensive position if you would ever need to do that. Hopefully you would never have to do that. You would never have to use a knife in self-defense. Hopefully you never have to use self-defense ever, but things happen. It also has a hole here for a lanyard. I've been thinking of doing a video of just buying some paracord and trying to figure out how to do a lanyard. I'm horrible at tying knots, which sucks because I love fishing, but whenever I go fishing, I always bring someone else with me and my hands shake. I've got shaky hands, right? So I get someone to do the knots for me, but I'm getting better at it. But it also has, the clip is ambidextrous, so you can take that screw out, this one, the little blue one up here, flip it around. All the screws are different colors. You can see there's a purple one right there, a green one. I think it's different on the other side too. Nope, no it's not. There's a blue one at the bottom. But this is the Desert Warrior. This is my staple knife. This is the knife that you always see. They used to be kind of hard to get. There was a Microtech Desert Warrior that was $450 and it sold immediately. And I was like, damn, I really wanted that, but I don't think I could ever afford it. We've got the little desk down here where I do my videos because I don't have an actual recording studio and never will because I don't take it that seriously. We've got the takedown mat, also Desert Warrior. I felt like I just had to match. Now, in the pouch, we're only going to go over the knives in here. There's, of course, interesting stuff, but we're only going to go over the knives. First, we have, let's get that correct, the Leatherman Signal. Was it upside down? Was it right the first time? It's mirrored anyways. The Leatherman Signal. The knife on it, it's a good serrated blade. This, actually, I think I might have gotten this before I got the Desert Warrior, but this is a multi-tool. And I had a Leatherman Sidekick at one point. It was a birthday gift from my brother that is lost to time. It was lost when we moved. But I'm not going to go in depth of all the tools on this thing. If you want to know what tools are on the Leatherman Signal, just Google it, because I don't think I could even remember listing every single one. But this thing, I bought it about 2 years ago now, and it's held up since. I use it constantly at work. Always very useful. Leatherman Signal is great. Leatherman just by themselves make great products. I've never heard anything bad about a Leatherman. Maybe if you've had a bad Leatherman experience, you can comment down below, like and subscribe. This one's always tricky to get out. Okay. It took the Balio with it. We've talked about the Balio before. We're not talking about that stuff today. Inside, in this little pouch area, I carry the Columbia River knife and tool, the Sierra KT CEO. Oh yeah, for reference, this is AUS-8 steel knife, AUS-8 steel. I gotta remember to say that. And I'm pretty sure this is, I'm pretty sure the CEO is, this little guy right here, is D2 steel. I might be wrong on that. I recently sharpened all my knives, like real sharp, so this guy could nick me pretty bad if I'm not careful. This is a great low profile knife. This one I bought at Cabela's for like $60, and then I saw online you could get it for like way less than that, so I would just get it for way less. I think it's a great knife. At work, we do a lot of like opening packages and moving stuff and cutting things, and people will like forget to grab a utility knife. And the knives I keep on me that I let people borrow is I let people use the Leatherman because the Leatherman is very simple. My second choice is the CEO, which is a little more intimidating, given it's a knife where when you close it, you kind of put your fingers in kind of harm's way. But most people, you'd be surprised at how little people know about pocket knives. What is that even? What the fuck? What am I saying? But they don't understand closing mechanisms and stuff like that. So when you're giving someone a pocket knife to use, you need to explain like all that safety stuff with them. And when it comes to safety around, is it Christmas? Do you guys hear that? When it comes to safety around pocket knives, or when somebody's, oh shit, whoops, I accidentally flipped it open. When somebody is borrowing one of my knives, I kind of like keep a close eye on everything. I'm like, what you doing? To make sure that, sheesh, it keeps opening. Stop doing that. I keep a close eye on everything to make sure nobody accidentally hurts themselves, stuff like that, because why do you keep opening? I've never had this problem before. Sorry about the hold up. This was going to be a long video anyways. Next up, but yeah, I keep, I have a lighter. I keep pretty close eye on what people are doing with my knives. And this knife, I never tell people I have this thing on me because this is like a one-way ticket to HR. This is the Boker Solingen USB OTF. It was the first OTF I ever bought, and it works like a frickin' charm. It's a great, great knife. Let's see, what steel is it? This is D2 steel. So it says on the back. This, when I first bought this, it wasn't very sharp at all, and eventually I got tools to sharpen it. And now that I have sharpened it, it is pretty formidable. I never really let this thing out. I just kind of keep it in there. Like if I'm doing something on my own, I'll use it. But this is a one-way ticket to HR. Don't bring OTFs into the workplace. Don't be like me. It's not a good move. Not very smart. And people are gonna think you're crazy. They're gonna see you with your big scary switchblade, and they're gonna think you're a psycho. And now we move on to this. Let's point the camera down a little. So here we have the munitions crate. You know, maybe I should get some locks for it. I have a lock that would go on one of these, and that would do a good enough job. But honestly, I don't think anyone's taking anything that's in here. But if you look, you can see there's a ton of crap, and we're gonna go through all of it. Let's just get a quick shot of what's in the box. A lot of boxes in the box. Move it over here and set the camera back up straight. There I am again. So let's see. First, when I got the Going Gear package that had the slingshot, I got 500 pieces of clay ammo. Have I used the slingshot since I received it? No. Why? What would I do with it? There's a bird over there. Oh, I missed. Let me try again. Oh, it flew away. Stupid. So, all right, first pick is the Stinger dog tag blade. That video is my most viewed video on the channel, and I think most of the reason is because people keep getting ads for it on like Facebook, and they're like, all right, what the hell is this thing? And yeah, that's the Stinger dog tag, man. I think that video has like 3,000 views or something. So it's a utility blade. It's a multi-purpose blade. It's got a bottle opener, and like I always talk about when reviewing Stinger products, it's got a freaking, do you see that? Do you see that glass breaker? Do you see that? See that glass breaker? If you're ever in an emergency where you need to break glass, you can remember, you can just go, oh, why isn't it breaking? And your minivan with your 2 children is like slowly sinking into the lake. You're like really trying, and it's just not going, and then you drown. Yeah, and your kids die too, and everybody laughs about it because you tried saving yourself with a Stinger. So this is the dog tag blade. I don't know if there's any right way to hold this. It has this hole. Maybe it's for your finger, maybe not. Either way, it feels very cumbersome to hold in the hand. It's not a comfortable knife to hold at all. When I made the first video, I was like, yeah, this thing looks really cool. Yeah, it does. It does look really freaking cool. Look at that. And like the way it closes, that's pretty cool. But is it a good knife? No, not at all. It's a utility blade. You can get better utility blades at Dollar General, but that's the Stinger dog tag blade. I still think it looks really cool. I don't know what steel this is. This is probably like titanium or something. The utility blade. What the hell are utility blades made out of? Just like stainless steel or something? I don't know. And is it good at cutting things? Yeah, it's a utility blade. They're freaking sharp, which makes this thing like a little bit more worry to use. So how do you hold it like that? It's like an eagle talon. I'm gonna go pick up a harvest mouse or something and go fly away. But I don't know really how you cut with this thing. This is definitely a very good example, and a lot of people said the same thing on the video I did, that this is just over-designed. Is it cool? Yeah. Is it like something you'd see in Cyber, what is that movie? Blade Runner. Is it something you'd see in Blade Runner? Yeah, sure it is. You know, maybe some bad guy carries like 2 of these around, and he has 1 in each finger, and he's like, I'm a bad robot, and I'm sad that I'm a robot. That's what Blade Runner is about. If you haven't seen it, it's about being a sad robot. Read the book. Do androids dream of electric sheep? You should always be reading. I actually read my first Stephen King novel like 2 days ago. I read it in one day, like 300 pages, just during an entire work shift, and it was one of the best things I've ever read. I always dismissed Stephen King. I thought he was like a hack, you know, like a James Patterson type. And now I read that and I'm like, perhaps I've misjudged you. And I loved it. It was The Long Walk. Thinking of making a video on that. Some of my friends were like, you should make a video on it, but I'm not really that smart. I'm not that bright. I don't know if I could do a good literary analysis. I tried with the Haruki Murakami book. I don't know. We'll see. But that's not what this video is about. Next up. Ooh, the Snake Eye. This is the last knife video I did. The cancer knife. Can you guys see that? Warning, we'll give you cancer. One of my friends said that they just need to put that on everything, but I've never had that on a knife, so I don't know if that's true. But here we've got, let's turn that around. It's just some gas station knife I thought was really funny, of like some samurai guy with like a dragon or a demon behind him and some Japanese text. Don't know what that says. Probably says for an idiot. Does it say what steel this is? Yes, it does. Oh man, I can never make it out. Oh god, you know who's gonna be helpful here is Little Duke. Special guest appearance, Little Duke. Okay. 3CR13 steel blade. I have never heard of that. I don't know if that's good or bad. Probably not great. I'll write that down and later edit in the video what rating that is on the index of blade steels. This thing's pretty solid, like, and it's got like a good spring action. I really like the shape of the blade. I don't know what this would be called. I like that it's not sharp up here, but it's tough little trooper. And not only is it spring open, but you can also thumb flick it, which is nice. It's lever opening, so you just pull the lever down and close it like that. Pretty simple. I did sharpen this after I got it. I sharpened it up a little, and now it's a little bit sharper, but it was like $20 or something. Maybe not even that much, and I found it very amusing, so. All right, we're getting into something cool. Do you guys remember this one? The Kaiser? Ave, true to Kaiser. You guys might get that one. You guys might get that one. You might get that little reference. Pretty clever. The Cyberblade. I already made enough jokes about the Cybertruck with this. The Cyberblade is cooler than the Cybertruck. You got a glass breaker back here, a really unconventional blade shape, where it's like it's sharp up here, right? And it's sharp up here. And out of all the knives I own, it's probably the most unique. It's pretty hard to open. Maybe it's easier without gloves, but you just do it two-handed. Because it's got like a, you know, a thumb flipper here, and you can get it sometimes, like I did just there. Let's see if I can do that again. Maybe I'm getting better. And I don't know what you would cut with this. I can't. It is M390 steel. Once again, don't know what that is on the index. I will edit that and say whether it's good or not, but we've got this. I really like the Cyberblade. I like it more. Would I rather have a Cyberblade or a Cybertruck? I'd rather have a Cybertruck so I could sell it and buy a Cyberblade. But this thing's really cool. These are discontinued now. Not sure why. Maybe there was like some legal thing or something, but I got my hands on one. Look, it matches. It matches. You can see my gut and you can see my shirt. Matches me. The texture of it, like of the handle, I don't know. It says to my autism brain like, ooh, it's like not the most. Ooh, it's kind of muley. I don't really like it, and you can feel that there are some. What would you call these? That grip of the blade. There's some on here, and also if you flip it around, some on the back. But I don't think you should hold the Cyberblade defensively. I feel like you would hurt yourself even worse than someone would be trying to hurt you. But that's the Cyberblade, and I still really like it. Definitely the most unique knife that I own. And it also came with like a nice little rag for keeping it nice. So, isn't that delightful? We'll put that back in. Should be keeping the knives I've looked at outside the box. Next we've got, you guys remember the mystery knife box? How I rained hell upon them? Well, as some of you may remember, they ended up sending it to me anyways. And here is a Tac Force. These are the kind of knives. These are like worse than gas station knives. These are like, you know, $7 on Amazon. This is like I said, and let's just talk about the knife before I start making jokes. Okay, it's a flipper, right? And sometimes that was pretty good. Is it even in place? It's just so weak with the flip. There's no spring assist. It's like pathetic. Not even a cool noise. Does it say what type of steel it is? Stainless steel, USA design. And then it says China. It says China on it. I don't think you guys that would come up on camera, but this thing's a piece of shit. This is a knife I will give to someone I hate. Hopefully they don't watch this video so they don't find out that I hate them. And you've got, up here you've got these thumb ridges for holding it like this, and some on the back for holding it defensively. I mean, it's really not that bad. It's just really boring. And it's not high quality at all. But, I don't know. If you watch the other video, I got a neck knife, you know, like one you wear around, and it was just like, I was, you know, hulking out trying to get it out of the blade, out of the sheath, the blade out of the sheath, and I was just like, fuck this, I'm throwing this away. This is more dangerous to me than it is to anyone else. And I don't buy knives with any intent purpose of self-defense. I just buy them because I think they're cool. It's like, oh, I forgot. Oh, I gotta put this back with the Kaiser. I was thinking about it when I was going home after work the other day, how I've had friends compare me to like other friends who are like gun guys, and I'm like, what? No, not really. Nothing against gun guys. I don't own a firearm or ever plan on owning one. Hopefully I won't need to, but things might happen, you know. And the explicit use of a gun is to shoot it, and the explicit use of shooting is to kill. Now, sure, there are people who just go to the range, people who practice, do stuff like that, who don't hunt or don't use it for self-defense. There are no judgments being made here, but a knife is a lot more versatile than just a gun can shoot. What else can a gun do? Like, you can't. I mean, I guess you could open a box with a gun if you just shot at it right, but I don't know. You get what I'm saying? Like, they're different. This is more of a tool. A gun is a tool, but a gun is a very specific tool. A knife you can do more things with, but I don't know. Besides cutting, stabbing, but maybe that's a bad argument. So I'm just gonna shut up before I look like more of an idiot. What else we got in here? We got this big boy. Big boy. You all will recognize this because it has the weird sheath. This is the Vipertech Recon Black. I did a video where I bought one of these. I bought the mystery box. I got one, and after a while, the mechanism failed, and I was like, what? My toy is broken. My toy is broken. So I sent them an email, and they were like, we will get one to you immediately. We will replace that for free. That was cool of them. And there was no shenaniganing I did with it. You know, like in my 50 subscriber special where I opened the Boker Soul Engine USB, I was gonna do the thing where like you press it against something and then you open the OTF. And I didn't do that. And I didn't do that with the Viper 8 either. And I was like Googling fixes on how to do that. And people, not the Viper 8, the Vipertech. There's so many Vipers. There's Viper 8, Snake Eye, Vipertech. So this is the Vipertech. Yes, the Vipertech Recon. And I didn't do the thing where the OTF gets off track because you put it against something and you wanted to see if it would pierce through. I wasn't that stupid. And I was like Googling fixes online, like, how do I fix my toy? And they were like, well, you probably did this. And I was like, but I didn't. And I got a replacement immediately. But this is the Viper 8, oh my God, the Vipertech Recon Black OTF. And this one fires just fine. Look at that. Does it say what steel it is? It does not. I don't have the original packaging for this either. You've got a glass breaker on the back, but this is just a cool OTF. Like, there are people who commented, and I brought this up like 2 times now, who commented on, I did a YouTube short. You can see how fat I am. I'm a big boy. Of the YouTube short I did saying like, oh, the Vipertech, yes, Vipertech doesn't work anymore. What the hell? And then I got my replacement like with less than 3 days. They were very quick about it. No questions asked. They were like, we'll get you a new one. All I had to do was send them a video of what happened. Now I have one that works and I'm very happy with it. This thing's cool, but would I ever carry it in public? No. It's kind of just like a fidget toy for people who wear 9 Inch Nails t-shirts. Niche joke. What was I saying? Yeah, so people were like, I hear this is a common issue with the Vipertechs. And then I Googled online and I had not heard anyone saying anything remotely similar to what happened to me. So I feel like yeah, it's weird. It's like you can go on the internet and just make shit up. It's like, you really think someone would do that? Just go on the internet and lie? That's crazy. But that's the Viper 8 Recon. Oh my God, the Vipertech Recon. Comes in a nice little box, and it seems like the knives come in sheaths. You can just attach that to your belt. Then you got a big old knife on your belt, and people are gonna look at you and be like, that guy's probably a felon because he doesn't have a gun. He has a knife, and felons can own knives, but they can't own guns. He's probably a felon. I should stay away from him. That's what people are gonna think if they see you carrying a knife on your belt. They're gonna be like, that guy did something. So what do we got next? Oh, Cubby or QB. This is, which one is this? This is the, I don't remember. It just says model KU122A. And this is maybe, in all intents and purposes, the like objective best knife for any situation that I own. I got this with my first going gear. I love this thing. This thing is fan-frickin-tastic. For like, the going gear box was like $70 a month, and I got this with my first box, and I was like, oh, it's not that cool. But like over time, I was like, holy crap, this is a fantastic knife. This is an exemplary knife. So let's give it a look. Oh, I want to give it a good flick. Oh, come on. I think it's the gloves. I think it's the gloves that are making me not as good at this. Come on. Let's take the glove off for a second. And then he cut his finger off. There we go. I haven't touched it in like a few weeks. Excuses, but look at this thing. Look at that edge. Look at that. Look at that blade shape. There's some schmutz on it. Should probably clean it up. But yeah, this is a knife that gets used a lot. This is pretty well loved. He says after saying he hasn't touched it in a few weeks. It's been sitting in the box. All right, be patient. You know, I got other things to do. But this is a fantastic knife, and the finish on the grip, the handle, is also a little bit like ooh to me, but it's not that bad. Once again, an ambidextrous pocket clip. Just flip it around, go crazy. Really great knife. I believe this is a, what's it say? Yeah, this is D2 plus G10. I don't know what that means. I know what D2 means. Maybe G10 is a, there we go, that was pretty good. Another blade steel one that's like a combination of the two. Other than, I mean, anyways, this is a great knife. This, if you can find the Cubby QB KU122A, if you can find one for a good price, like even for the $70 I paid for the Going Gear box, this was like totally made it all worth it, included with all the other cool stuff I got. Like Zippy, you guys remember Zippy? Zippy's still around. I just don't use them because I have a better flashlight now. But better, Spencer, Zippy's perfect. Okay, I misspoke. I have a different flashlight. And Zippy is in case of emergencies. And also he lasts like 15 minutes. Longer than me. But the Cubby is cute. Really good knife. Outstandingly good. Not my favorite, but it's a great knife. And for what it is, you know, it's like easy to know how to use, easy to maintain, not super threatening or scary at all. It's just a good pocket knife. What else we got in here? Oh, there's some weird things that I took from my grandfather's house. Why don't we look at those? So first, and there's some schmutz on it. We have this thing. Do I have any idea what brand it is? Nope. But it just seems to be some little multi-tool, like a keychain multi-tool with a stainless steel knife. Does it have any other knives on it? No, it's a bottle opener. No, that's an awl. That's a pair of scissors. That's nice. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, do I have any idea what brand it is? No. But it exists. It was just in this box and I decided to keep it. Also, there's another multi-tool, just like a seemingly cheap one. You know, this thing's probably older than I am. It's also got, wow, does it only really go out that far? A knife that comes out at a weird, do you see that? A weird angle. And, whatever, I guess. And, you know, this is kind of going away from the knives. And here we have a little wrench, which has a big old knife on it. It's just, there's no locking. I mean, it like clicks into place. And there's also, is this a knife? And a little serrated edge. A little serrated edge with a file on it. It says this is Allied. It just says Allied. This thing is probably older than I am. It's kind of beat up, but I held on to it because why not? And we've got two more knives to look at, so let's go and look at the first gas station knife we got. Do you guys remember the Bone Shaker? bone shaker. I'll shake your bones. I'll shake your bones real good. Yeah, I've said talk to death on this thing. You've got, I don't get really what is, I guess it's supposed to be cool. Once again, the culturally insensitive handle. I didn't know it had that on it when I bought it. I just thought it was skulls. I didn't realize it was some weird Aztec stuff. It's just a flipper opener, lever lock. My favorite thing about it is the thumb studs work now. Maybe I loosened it up. So, new revelation. The thumb studs on the bone shaker work. Wow, confetti. I'm not gonna edit that in. I don't care. This video is like 40 minutes long already. But that's the bone shaker. I really actually do like how the handle feels. It's got like a weird 3D texture to it that's kind of satisfying. The blade, it has little studs up here for you to rest your hand on. None down here for defensive position or defensive stance. Got holes in the blade for some reason. And I sharpened it, so it's pretty sharp, but it's the bone shaker. It shakes your bones. Such a stupid name. What does that mean, bone shaker? That's just like, come on, man. You're asking to like get stupid. You know, I'm smarter than that I'm not making any dumb jokes about shaking bones. I'm thinking them, so I'm really not that much smarter. But last one we've got is this one. Probably my like ultimate item in my collection is this. You all probably remember if you watched the video, is the Kershaw MagnaCut Live Wire. Has a clip on the side. It's not ambidextrous, but it is a beautiful OTF. It's just one-sided. It's got my name engraved on it. Super satisfying action. And if you look, you can watch. Let's get that on camera. How, since it's translucent, you can see all the going-ons in there. And the action is so smooth. Yeah, you can see all the springs in there. It's a gorgeous knife. I haven't used it to cut anything. I'm kind of scared to. I don't know what steel it is. Diskin 0224 Ultem. I don't know what any of that means. But this is a really nice knife. I saved it for last on purpose. Unlike the Viper Tech, not Viper 8, Viper Tech, it's only got one blade. I haven't sharpened it. Kind of scared to wear that blade down, but it's a great fidgeter. It's just a gorgeous knife, and I want to keep it as nice as possible. As knife as possible. But, yeah. No. Shut up, Siri. That's what's in the box. There's like a few more things. There's like more slingshot ammo and a sharpener I did a video on. But other than that, that's what's in the box. I made this video because we were getting closer to the semester and I won't be making as much videos or working as much to afford to buy as much stuff. So hopefully you enjoyed seeing my horrible corner. It's got a pillow back there, a blanket, and a shoebox. I live in a nightmare world, okay? I'm a mess. But hope you enjoyed. Always be careful with knives. And remember, cowboys help cowboys.